Hello, Taurus. How you doing? Welcome to the Crow Tarot. We are going to be doing your first half of May general reading here. We're going to start off with some animal energy, like I like to do, and then we'll get right into the tarot. So what is the animal energy for my lovely bulls for the first half of May? Ooh, I like it. Okay. So we got the deer, an earth animal for your earth sign self. I love it when things line up that way. So this is about being gentle. Gentle with yourself and with others. This is also about being a good listener for me as well. You see the deer's ears there. We know that, technically they're that way because of its place in the food chain. But energetically speaking, this may be a call to be in a place of receptivity and maybe just listen a little more than you talk. And it's not because people can't benefit from what you have to say, but there could be information coming to you, from the spiritual realm, from the universe, from wherever, that, you're going to need your ears open to hear and receive. It also feels like inspiration as well, a point of inspiration. All right. See what's going on for y'all around the deer. I love it. The deer is such a sweet, 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 sweet energy. Okay, what's going on for my lovely bulls? Yep. Major Arcana right off the board here. This is the world. This is graduation day. This is the completion of a cycle, right? And I love that it represents you guys too right here with the bull, because you are a fixed sign. This represents all of the fixed signs, right? Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, right? So I love that you're repped here in the first two cards that come up, Earth Animal and then the World here. And again, this is just all the feel goods from completing one cycle, whatever that is, whether it's a mental cycle, right? Emotional cycle and or a physical cycle. This is graduation day, tying up those loose ends in a way that feels really good, right? Really, really good. I love it. Okay. What else is going on for my bulls? First half of May. Ooh. Okay, you're just getting major arcanas here is what's going on. We got the Emperor here, Aries energy, right? This is, I feel like this is a beautiful energy in this context. I do feel like it is speaking to the deer here. Remember how I said that you may be called to do a little more listening than talking? The Emperor, no shade to the Emperor. You gotta love the Emperor because the Emperor is a very stable energy, very much a provider, not the best listener. The Emperor, for me, likes to talk and share what he knows more than listen. Okay, the Empress is a wonderful listener, right? But it's about that masculine energy versus the feminine energy, right? Masculine energy is an outpouring. It's air quotes, fixing things. It's getting it done. Feminine energy is about receiving and receptivity, all of that good stuff. So I do feel like you may be in a place here within this new cycle or moving into it where you really may be tempted to talk more than you listen. And it could be because you have a lot of things to say, but remember, the Emperor denotes a kind of fixed energy, a lot like a fixed sign, where there could be some rigidity in thinking or just feeling closed off, or you know what? It's the feeling of I'm right. I'm right. You know what I mean? You know what they're telling me? This is so funny. Okay, so sometimes when we're in a conversation with someone, especially when they're going on and on, we all know people like that, going on and on and on, and they'll say something in the middle of their monologue where we will start forming a response to that, and then we stop listening to what they're saying as opposed to waiting till they get to the very end of their monologue to respond, because we may have a different response at the end of their monologue than we do in the middle. That happens so often. Maybe take note and observe yourself of when you do that, because we all do it, honey. We all do it, right? When do you stop listening and forming your response, especially if it's a situation where it's a battle of the wills or battle of the mind, or even just a philosophical conversation where you're like, oh my God, I don't want to forget that they said this one thing, so I want to respond to that directly, so I stop listening. Whereas if you had just released it and waited to the end, you could have an even more profound response because you didn't stop listening halfway through. Right? That That is a lot of the times when people feel like they're not being heard by the other one, it's because of that. So you are being called to listen more than you speak a little bit, which is always a good thing. Seriously, the wisest people, the they will tell you that they got to where they are, a lot of successful people too, because they listened more than they spoke. Most people speak more than they listen. Do the opposite. I'm telling you, there's gold in that. If you've got 2 major arcana, so this is some major life cycle stuff coming up for y'all, which is beautiful. Oh, happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday. What else is going on for you guys? Yeah, there's a lot of boss energy here. Good Lord. You got the World, the Emperor, and the King of Pentacles. That's what it is. I really love that this is coming up for you guys, but I'm going to tell you why. And I was getting this in your meditation. It feels like everything that you are receiving and about to receive in this new cycle that you're moving into, you've earned it. That's not always the case. We've all seen people succeed who maybe didn't work for it, air quotes, air quote, earned it, right? From our human perspective. You don't know what's on their life path. Maybe in the previous life, they really struggled. So now this lifetime, they're meant to, go another way. But I'm just saying, you've really earned everything that's coming to you. It has not been without some hard work on your part. The Emperor and the freaking King of Pentacles, this is really enjoying your bounty. But guess what else? This is why I'm so obsessed with this too. Because the King of Pentacles, they're telling me, a really awesome attribute of this key and of this archetype is that they know how to give and take and thus listen and speak in equal amounts. Equal amounts. That's why the King of Pentacles is so popular. In my mind, listen, in my mind, the King of Pentacles has a lot of friends. Always people showing up at his doorstep with a casserole and some tea, you know what I mean? To me, the King of Pentacles is it's a popular, grounded, steady, again, earth energy here. You guys are repped really, really well here. And I feel like this is where you're coming into, especially if you go into this. And I do feel like you guys may have been giving an output of energy and not an equal way to an input of energy, right? So it's balancing that out. But everything that you're about to receive, you've worked really hard for. And I feel like it's financial because of the Pentacles here, but I have to tell you as well, because of the Deer in particular, because the Deer very much speaks of interpersonal relationships for me in my mind. That it has to do with relationships as well. I'm hearing friendships and family in particular, right? But love has many forms. Okay, so let's get a clarifier for this World here for my bulls. Let's get a clarifier here. All right. What's the clarifier for this World energy, please? And thank you. Oh, well, excuse me, and this is what it is, Ace of Wands. How gorge. The closing of one cycle, one mode of being. You have completed your lesson plan, right? And then the newness comes right in. Think about it. When you're in school, some of you might still be in school. Some of us have been out of school for a hot minute. School of life, we're always in school. We're always learning, right? We're eternal students for sure. But when you're in school and you're within that structure, what comes after final exams? Usually a vacation, usually spring break or winter break or summer break, really, I feel is what we're looking at here. Summer break, right? And so you have time to kind of recalibrate, rest, all that. I don't feel like that's the case for y'all, right? It's just it's boom, bada bam. One thing completes itself, you feel good about it, and then it's bam, something fresh. So fresh. Comes right in here. Now listen, let's talk about it. This is also a physicalized, can be sexualized energy. It can be, but really this is just the burst of fervor. Freshness, newness, high energy. But this could also be feeling a high energy within your physical sphere, your body, right? Or someone around you, right? I like it. Okay. Let's get a clarifier for this Emperor, y'all. Clarifier for the Emperor. Please and thank you. Ooh, I like it. Okay, So we have the Nine of Swords. It did come up in the reverse, and I feel like I'm supposed to leave it that way. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So Nine of Swords, when this is in the upright, and I love that it's clarifying the Emperor here. When this is in the upright, this is that nightmare, being up at night. Your mind is Grand Central Station at rush hour time, right? Which, if y'all don't know, is, you know, New York City train station that's just like super busy and always just like overcrowded. That can be the inside of your mind with the Nine of Swords, overthinking, analysis, paralysis, right? That's also in the Eight of Swords as well, actually, that analysis paralysis feeling. But the fact that this is in reverse here, and you know, it's the Emperor. You may have had to make some tough decisions with and for yourself. You could have observed yours, and again, because the world, it's a completion of it, you know. I feel like we're tapping into the factors here. You know, I feel like you did come through this place where you had to be a little emperor, like, with yourself. And I feel like you've gotten really good at observing yourself in this way. Whereas, like, sometimes you got to take the bird's eye view and kind of, you know, look at it from an analytical, non-emotional standpoint in terms of your own habitual patterns, your mental patterns and thoughts, right? How's your judge looking? That little judge that lives inside our head that can be very hard on us, right? Judge that we acquired from childhood, sometimes, you know, belief systems, whether it's like, did you work hard enough? You can work harder. You don't need that extra long lunch break. Go, 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 go. Whatever that is for you, I feel like the judge is quieted, and I do feel like it took some, you know, some effort on your part. And I feel like what we're talking about is the death of self-doubt. The death of self-doubt is, I feel like, what we're looking at here. I do feel like you had to be vigilant with yourself. I do feel like some changes needed to be made. And you've made them because this is in the reverse now, right? So you're coming out of this. There might be some echo, but I'm here. Remember how we said to be gentle with yourself and with others? These are two counter energies. Couldn't be more different. This is a taskmaster. The Emperor is a taskmaster, and the Deer is just like, oh man, can we be gentle? Right? Think Bambi. Right? This is Bambi, and this is the hunter that killed Bambi's mama. Oh my God, that was so intense. But yeah, I feel like there's had to be some self-vigilance here, maybe even around other people as well, but you're really being called to just kind of like calm that. This got you to where you needed to be. You got through the world situation. You're going into this kingdom. And now it's a time to temper that and kind of just like chill a little bit. I'm hearing to stop and smell the apples. Right? Let's get a clarifier for this big boss over here, this King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Seven of Wands, that's what it is. So Seven of Wands is realizing that your challenges, we're always going to have challenges. There will always be obstacles because this is the school of life, right? This is not a perpetual vacation. This is the school of life. And when the Seven of Pentacles comes up, it is speaking directly to the knowing that we are able to surmount every obstacle that we come up against, that we are bigger than our obstacles, that we, to quote a song that I heard this morning, we are bigger than our bodies give us credit for. Hey, leave a comment down below if you know what song that, don't Google it. If you know what song that's from off the top of your head, that would be really amazing. But we are bigger than our bodies give us credit for, okay? We're able to rise and meet each new challenge and label it as a challenge as opposed to an obstacle and really surmount it, right? What did I say? It's been some work getting here to the throne. Talk about Game of Thrones. It's, yes, I definitely just made that reference. I feel like this is the completion and the elevation of work that has been done by and for you. I do. I feel like you're emerging into a new version of yourself, which is beautiful for your birthday season. Is it not? I think it's quite beautiful for your birthday season. But it really just feels like you're entering into a fresh new batch of lessons, and your advice around that and all around this feel-goodness, right? Because there really might be some challenges staying here. And your ticket to really come out the winning side of that is to listen more than you speak. I just heard something it's kind of negative, but whatever. I just heard it. Like, if you are dealing with people, whether it's a work situation, family, or whatever, sometimes it really, you know what listening more than speaking can do? It can allow the other person, especially because of Seven of Wands here and this Nine of Swords in reverse, if this is someone that you have some discord with, whether this is a legal case, I don't see justice anywhere, but legal case or family dispute or whatever this is in your personal conflict, what listening more than speaking can do is letting this other person who is in opposition to you or has a differing point of view will give them enough rope for which they, from which they can hang themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're thinking about your response in the middle of their monologue, you're not allowing them that rope. And sometimes that's the best thing you can do, is just allow them that rope. Let me tell you something. I have had the pleasure of knowing and having in my family true emperor archetypes, like heads of major conglomerates in business. I have a lot of like monetarily business, like successful people in my family. Yeah, I'm the black sheep, if that was your, if anyone had that thought. Definitely the black sheep over here. But I gotta tell you, something that they all have in common is that they listen more than they talk. And then when they speak, they have something to say. Because they're listened to. When someone listens more than they speak, when they do speak, everyone listens to them. Ooh, I just got shivers. That feels really important for somebody. Let's get an oracle, my lovely bulls. Let's get an oracle. Why don't we though? Oh, see? I kind of want another one as well. Okay, well, before I get to that, we have fog veiled. Fog veiled. I feel like this is, again, I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but I really feel like this is speaking of the same thing. Where, again, look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. You see all this fog down here, this mountain and these trees and all this situation. It's kind of mirroring the Emperor card. Look, oh my God, that's really weird. Do you see the clouds on both of these? And then it has like the mountain and the bed. That's really weird. Not like bad weird. I don't think I've ever gotten these two together. So I'm just noticing this for the first time. Okay. I'm getting that you may be called in a big way to take that bird's eye view and rise above the given circumstances of a situation to gain that broader perspective. There could be things that you are confused about that you don't have answers around, okay? The truth will be revealed. If you do what? For the 10th time, thank you very much. If you listen more than you speak and you really take that bird's eye view and try to look at it from a place of analytics. Air signs in particular, if you know any air signs, are really good at that. Sometimes annoyingly good at that. I can say that because I am one. Do you know what I mean? But, you as a fixed sign, it's, there can be some resistance to change. There can be some resistance around, plans, being changed at the last minute or things going a little differently than you had in your mind or that you would prefer. But embracing the unknown is a big message here as well. And I do feel like anything that you have been confused about or you may be in your feelings about actually with this deer here, right? I do feel like all will be revealed, but I feel like you've got to change your approach and then allow that to affect your perspective and how you're viewing it. You know what I mean? I do want to get an angel oracle for you guys. For my lovely bulls. Brilliant idea! Archangel Uriel, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea into fruition. Okay, I'm completely obsessed with this. Remember how I said that the truth was going to be revealed or that there was going to have some clarity that was going to arrive if you just changed your perspective? Once that change in perspective happens, once you're in a place of receptivity and really listening, you realize that you're bigger than your body gives you credit for. You're going to get right into this kingdom where you're in a place of receiving a lot of good things. And once you're able to flip your perspective, really put those ears up, There's going to be some huge clarity that does come in like a lightning bolt, right? And a golden unicorn Pegasus is going to ride up and you're going to jump on it and you're just going to fly, right? That would be awesome. But I want to point something out here that they're telling me here. You do see that this is like, I don't know, it's a cross, but I didn't think Pegasus had like the unicorn situation, but whatever. It's a flying unicorn, people. And it's the idea of the winged aspect here, where you're flying off to really gain that bird's eye view. And I feel like the information that you glean from that is going to be spot on because you flipped your perspective. It is not, I know a lot of Tauruses, and it is not for the most part, in my experience, it is not your go-to to take the bird's eye view. You're an earth sign. You like to look at things up close and kind of see it at face value. I mean, for some of you, but you're really being called to take the bird's eye view to gain clarity on what is now unclear. Because I'm telling you, the overall energy of this is you're stepping into your kingdom in a really beautiful way. And this is an equal balance of receiving and giving, right? But to get here, be the deer. Be the deer. Because there is insight, new direction, and inspiration that's coming to you. You just got to flip your perspective and open up your ears to receive it. Okay, my lovely bulls. I so hope that this has helped you and resonated with ya. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. If this did resonate, please let me know in the comments below. I would just love that. And most of all, just thank you. Thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.